Hello my sweeties. I'm dressed as a monkey today because, well, tonight, because it's very cold and, well, I do like a good onesie. So, this is a serious vlog today, but I'm hoping that you can not, focus too much on the monkey, because I'm freezing in here, and you can take me seriously. Let's get down to business. Can't I see anything? Monkey! That didn't sound like a monkey at all. Sorry. I'm probably just scaring you all now. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is, it's mainly for kids really, although it could be for parents of kids. Well, this is for anyone, But what I really want to talk to you guys about today is exam stress. Well, not really exam stress, just stress in general. Any stress, I guess. Because obviously stress, it's a big thing to deal with, and a lot of people, when they go through stress, they're not really sure if they can talk to people, and they don't know who they can trust, and stress can it can make you go quite crazy, I won't lie, but I think it's a good idea. I think it's always nice to know that you other people in the world are kind of going through the same sort of thing, especially if it's to do with school or family issues. I think the first thing is to always know that you're not alone in the world. Obviously, stress is huge, it affects everyone, and although when it happens you just you just feel isolated in your own life, you just think, no one knows what I'm going through, if I told someone, no one would understand. I think it's important to know that there's so many different levels of stress that there'll always be at least one person who understands, and I can guarantee there will be at least more than one person. But today the main thing is that I want to talk about how to deal with stress, and I think that's quite interesting because stress is quite fun. Fun? No, it's not. Sorry. What am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. Stress isn't fun, it's terrible, it drives you crazy. But I think it's good to know how we can deal with stress, and I think then just how to de-stress your life, So, it might be a bit of a long video today, so I do understand if you get bored of me, and if this video doesn't push you to want to subscribe or like this, then you should probably go back to some of my earlier ones, which aren't funny either, so I've been told. Let's not dwell on that. That got me stressed. Anyway, okay, so I think part of stress is, obviously you always need to allow time to relax and just give yourself some you time. And I know that if you're on school deadlines, it just seems impossible that you can do that. I think even if you just took 5 minutes out, you'd feel so much more better. It's such a big thing, stress. You just take 5 minutes a day to just have some you time. My dog's sighing in the background, she does this a lot, she's like and all I can think when I hear that is God, she's talking again. She does that when I'm singing too, she's like God, she's singing again. And it's just excuse me, you're on my bed. I'm not going, you're on my bed again. Ugh. Sorry, I go off so much now. I'm talking about my dog. Back to stress. Okay, so first things first, always give yourself some you time, even if it's just 5 minutes a day. And you time can include just lying on your bed, even reading a book, watching TV, sitting down, just anything, even eating. Anything that makes you relax, The next thing is that if you do get stressed quite a lot, some things you need to do is you need to find therapeutic ways to deal with it. So I find for me that, and a lot of other people do, that pets can be quite therapeutic. So dogs, cats, they're quite what's the word? I don't know the word. But they kind of can sense when something's wrong, so they'll come to you. But it's always nice to just stroke your dog or something. I find that helps. But there's also things like another therapeutic. Music is therapeutic. I love to play the piano or the guitar or just like sing. I find that belting out a song is the best thing ever, especially if it has some really like powerful notes in it, like, because then you're just like, yes, got out my anger, you know? And you're just like, oh, whew, alright, now I can focus on these GCSEs. The parents are just like, aren't you supposed to be doing homework? Because like, oh yeah, oh, bedtime. Sorry, babbling again. I need like a restraining order against myself. Okay, so we've got give yourself some you time, therapeutic ways such as animals, music. Some people find that writing is quite therapeutic. So like if you're stressed or you're having a bad day, write down your feelings. Like you don't have to show anyone. Just write it down and like be like, just say like what's happened, how you're feeling, like how you're feeling after you've written it. Like it's really useful. A fourth way is, I'm not sure if many of you will know this, but it's CBT, which is short for cognitive behavioural therapy. I'm not going to explain it in this video just because it does take a long time and I've tried to email friends about it and that's been a total disaster, but I will do a separate video on that for people who struggle with, again, stress or maybe anxiety, depression, all that, because it is a really good way to really help. And I think like people do benefit from that a lot, but you have to obviously practice it. But I will do a separate video on that because I think it is quite useful to have, and just like, especially for like the people who really suffer badly from this sort of stuff. But yeah, so that's the fourth way. Fifth way, with stress, like for people who are into like spiritual stuff or like remedies, that sort of thing, I like to go to Holland and Barrett's and I like to get their herbal remedies. It's like Bark's herbal remedies, but they're really good. You just drop a few drops on your tongue and like kind of calms you down, de-stresses you, or you can use it for anxiety, depression, good luck, all of that. Like some people might say it's superstitious or it's mumbo jumbo, as my dad would say, but like I do find it really useful, and I think a lot of other people do as well. This might sound a bit weird for your, are we on 5? I think so. 5th or 6th one. Some people like to use like healing crystals, and they like to like use tumbler stones to just put around their neck. Mainly girls, but I've seen guys with it as well. And like they use, because obviously they have like these energies. I'm quite a strong believer in crystals, and obviously I respect people's like opinions if they don't believe in it. And but yeah, like you can get certain ones for that, which kind of gives you like courage in certain situations, if it's for exams, that sort of thing. Like they are really helpful. I like to try dowsing now and then. I'm still learning that, but like I do find it quite helpful sometimes. Let's see, so we've got give yourself time, therapeutic ways, CBT, then we had remedies, crystals. Okay, so we're on 6 now. 6, big one, 6. I haven't really ordered these in most important, but I do always think that if you tell somebody, it does help a lot. And I think that obviously trust is a big issue these days, especially amongst teenagers. But even if you just have that one friend, like if you feel awkward about like unloading all this stress onto them, like just before you talk to them, just say, I really need someone to talk to, but I'll understand if you like don't want me to, like if you don't want the stress of all my problems, because obviously, especially if you're in year 11 and people have their own problems going on and then they have stress of exams, and then everyone's just like, oh god, I'm putting too much stress on people. But like if you just say, obviously I understand if you don't want to talk, like I'll understand, I'll respect that, but like again, it's like it's totally normal. Like talking to someone can help so much. Like I've gone through stages where I just haven't liked to talk to people at all, and like it's kind of like I'll talk to someone, like maybe my mum, and then like I'll think, oh yeah, I've got a lot out, it's really good, and then like in a week's time if something bad has happened again and I need to talk to someone, I'll just think, oh no, I can't tell her, like, or like I just don't want to talk to her about it. And like I feel that way about friends as well. Like I think everyone does. Like they go through stages where they trust certain people, and then they'll go through another stage where they'll go, oh, like I don't really know if they're my friend. I don't think I want to trust them. Like I don't want to put all this like pressure on them about my problems. And you just feel it's better to stay silent. But like again, like that's where writing down comes in. Because writing down is a really good technique. Just especially if like you don't feel like you can talk to anyone. Because writing it down, you're talking to yourself, but because you're writing it down, obviously it's becoming more clearer to you. Okay, next stress. I'm gonna stop numbering all of these because I've literally lost what I'm doing. I don't even remember what number I'm up to. This is how bad my memory is, okay? Okay, so the next one is, you know, especially with school stress, to keep on top of your work, because I know that workloads can be quite stressful, obviously. When you get a piece of homework set, just do it that night as set, especially if it's a small homework task and it's not going to take very long, because then you've got it done that night and then you've got the rest of the week for other homework, but also like free time as well. Just think, the more homework you do the day it's set is basically the better, because then you've got the rest of the week to do less homework, and I always think that's a good thing. Also, I know that many teenagers hate doing this, because we all love living in pigsties, but clean your room. My room is a huge mess. I'm not even going to show you, but I remember, like, I swear now every Sunday I have a cleaning session on my room just because it's such a tip. Like, yesterday you couldn't even see my floor, and then my mum was like, I really think you should clean your room because I can't clean it otherwise. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's just, I like living, like, I just don't really like my room clean. I feel like it's better if it's all spaced out around the room. And then she was just like, but, well, your clothes are all over the room and you've got a chest of drawers and a wardrobe. And I was like, I know, but it's just too much effort, isn't it? I mean, a wardrobe, you have to put stuff on the hangers. There we go. Just, who wants to do that? Who wants to spend their time doing that, you know? But you know, I'm terrible at cleaning my room. Like, I do it maybe once a week, not even that. I don't even give it a good enough clean. But as long as you've got a tidy workspace, and maybe just, as long as it's not, like, as long as your room isn't completely a pigsty, it's fine. Just make sure it's a little bit clean, and you'll keep your parents happy as well, so, you know, it's all win, isn't it? Okay, next one. Social networking sites. I know that a lot of stress comes from, like, conversations you have with people online, with your friends, and, like, if you fall out with a friend online, that can cause a lot of stress the next day when you see them at school, or, like, at work or something. So obviously, like, just restrict how much you go on social networking sites, and that kind of links in with your schoolwork as well, because you need to be doing enough work outside of school, but you also need your own, like, you time, obviously, but you need to just, like, spread it out, so maybe do, like, half an hour's work, then 10-20 minutes on a social networking site, then you do it again, you know? Just spread it out a bit, you know? Because otherwise we're all going to be sucked into the virtual world and we're going to forget about our real lives, and that's not going to be a very good generation. And let's face it, everyone who's always on their phones, you're pretty much nearly there to that new generation, the virtual you. There's no such thing as a real world. Yeah, I get scared when I think of that. Let's not think of that. Next thing, eating. I know that stress causes a lot of eating. Like, you can overeat, you can undereat, like you can go either way, or you can go both ways. Like, some people, like, with stress, they just, like, overeat because they're so emotional over the stress that they're just like, eat, 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 and I should know because I do that all the time. But then you can also, like, undereat or, like, stop eating because, like, you just feel there's too much going on, and then, I don't know, I guess you kind of want to punish yourself, or you just can't think of eating at such a crucial time. But, like, I think it's important to, like, just, if you don't feel like eating, obviously just don't overeat, like, eat a normal ration of food, or just at least make sure you're eating a few mouthfuls at least, so you're getting some nutrients, because that's the main thing. And always eat breakfast, which I've learnt over the past few years, because apparently you've got to eat breakfast. Yeah, my mum was like, you've got to eat breakfast before you go. I was like, oh, but it's tiring. You know what? I would rather just stay in bed than eat breakfast. Bed's nice, bed is warm, bed is comfy. You can't get all of that from a piece of toast with raspberry jam on it. You can get a pretty good taste though. Yeah, just saying, just putting it out there. But yeah. Which leads me to my next point. Sleep. Sleep is important for stress, because if you don't sleep, or you don't get enough sleep, you kind of just, well, you kind of make your body clock weird. Don't really know what happens there, but you go a bit crazy, and you start thinking you're seeing stuff, and you kind of start hallucinating sometimes. And I know that it can lead to a lot of, like, anxiety, because you're so on edge all the time, on nerve, and you just kind of, it's important that even if you can't sleep, don't get up and wander around, because that will just increase endorphins in your body, and it'll just make you more awake. So don't get up and do that, just lie in bed. Like, even if you're just lying there and you're just closing your eyes but you're not actually sleeping, you'll be tricking your body into thinking that you're actually asleep. And I think that's a really good thing to do, because, like, you can still dream. Like, that's the main thing, just dream, and then your body's like, oh, I'm asleep, lovely. You know, exactly. It's just don't get up, just stay in bed until you have to get up in the morning, and, like, then you'll trick your body into thinking you've been rested, and you won't feel so tired, and then hopefully you can catch up with some sleep the next day. Drink lots of water so you keep your body hydrated. Probably a good thing. I think that's about it, to be honest. Oh, do exercise, because it releases endorphins. That's a good thing to do, although don't take it from me, because I don't do that. Who does exercise these days? Sorry for anyone who does do exercise, because, you know, I love exercise. Okay, that's true, because I like kayaking, and I sometimes like sailing when I'm not feeling seasick. I like water rengoing, which could be classed as a sport. I also like dodgeball, bench ball, tennis, badminton, love badminton. Volleyball I find a very stupid sport. It just hurts my hand, to be honest. Yeah, so I do like exercise, but not that much. I like going to the gym sometimes. Yeah, that's most of my advice, you know. Just, the main things to remember is chill out, just take some time out and really relax yourself, even if it's just for half an hour a day. At least you're, like, relaxing yourself for a bit. And then, if you're really feeling stressed, the best thing to do is talk to someone, because what they can do is they can help you, and then if you talk to someone, you're taking what you're thinking out of your mind and putting it out there, instead of keeping it inside yourself. Just talk to someone, even if it's a friend, your sister, your brother, your mum, your dad, your dog. Like, when I've been upset, I've sang to my dog, and you can tell she wasn't listening, but it made me feel a lot better, and I think secretly we bonded over that. Like, yesterday I was talking to my friend's bird, because, you know, I was trying to speak bird to it, and I think it thought that when it replied back to me, I think it secretly thought that I was actually, you know, listening to him, and I think he understood what I was saying. So, you know, it's all about that bonding, really. Like, you don't even have to talk to them in person. You've got Facebook, social networking sites. Just send them a message saying, I'm just feeling a bit stressed at the moment, a bit down, just, like, feeling an outcast and everything. Just, there's always going to be someone there to talk to you, and if you don't have someone in your life, there are websites you can go to where, like, there's online counsellors. Like, chat rooms, and these people will talk to you and ask what's the matter, and it'll give you advice. And I've never really done that myself, but I have seen posters of it, and I think it's a really good thing. Like, if you don't have anyone in your life, like, you have the internet, like, it's a whole thing out there, isn't there? It's the internet. Google goes on forever. Google infinity. Infinity and beyond, as my maths teacher would say. Don't know why I just saluted them. Yes. Yeah, so talk to someone, you know, CBT, which I'll do another vlog about. Just like therapeutic stuff, music, singing, pets, writing, sport, like anything that really relaxes you. And like, that's the way to do it, really. Get on top of your homework, clean your room once in a while, you know, eat well if you can. Just stress, although it seems impossible to deal with, you can deal with it. It just takes a lot of time to process the ways of dealing with it. Write stuff down, like I said. You just got to find the right path for you on how to deal with stress, and you can do it. And I believe in, like, everyone that they can do it. Because a year ago I thought that I couldn't do it, and I've struggled with stress for so long, and I know a lot of my friends have too, but I know a lot of strong people, and I'm sure you guys do too, but it's really brilliant to see how people can adapt their lives around stress and how they can deal with it. And I think it's how you deal with it which will make you stronger. And if you succeed in dealing with it, which you will, I can guarantee you, you can beat stress. So the main thing is to not worry and to not stress yourself out, because there's so many things you can do. Like, these are just a few of the things I've suggested. There's so many more out there. Like, research how to deal with it. Like, you can do so much, and you know, just don't let stress get the better of you, because I think you're only stronger if you deal with these problems face on, head on even. But yeah, you can do it, and obviously you have the support of like everyone. Even if you don't feel like you do. Like, even if you're so alone in the world, there's always one person you can rely on, I promise you that. So yeah, that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very sorry about the onesie. I hope you were able to take this seriously. Because every time I keep on looking at the webcam, all I see is a monkey. I'm like, oh, monkey. So, I'm going to go now, because I'm babbling again. Babble, babble, babble. But yeah, keep in mind what I said. I just, like, stress, it's really hard to deal with, but it can be dealt with. There's no doubt about that. Everyone can deal with stress. And you just have to find the right way to deal with it, which works for you. Okay, so, keep liking, subscribing and sharing. This one's a good one to share, just because I do know a lot of people do go through stress. And, I think if people know that other people are going through it, I think it does help them to, like, understand stress and go through it better. So, good luck, you can do this. Just keep your options open and just keep dealing with stress and don't let it get the better of you. Bye.